Greetings to all. My name is Karina Diaz. I am a graduate of the bachelor's degree in international relations and business, and I am currently the deputy dean of law school at Yale University. I'm honored to be standing here today at this virtual podium celebrating this graduation. It reminds me of my own graduation and brings back those feelings of excitement, joy, but also fear for the unknown. When I graduated from college, I was lucky enough to have a job lined up because when I look around, many of my peers didn't. But sadly, it wasn't my dream job. I was the public relations analyst assistant, and I was working at a large corporation with people of all over the world. Most of them were older than me, which made it difficult for me to find the comfort of friends or colleagues like I was used to in college. And apart from that, I was losing my confidence. Back in college, I used to excel in almost every course, but in my new job, I was often given tasks that I didn't know how to complete, which made me feel so naive and dumb. And this affected my job performance so bad that one day, while I was tabulating data from some service that will define the company's next advertising campaign, I was so distracted and I had so little confidence in my ability to work that I made a mistake and ended up deleting the entire database containing the service responses. So my boss fired me. So there I was, 6 months after graduation, jobless, feeling like I wasn't good enough. And a high school professor of mine came to my rescue. I encountered Miss Mariels one day in a cafeteria and I talked to her about my situation and how I was completely clueless about my purpose in life. And she told me that in life we can choose to have two kinds of mindset, the victim or the fighter. So she encouraged me to move forward and to fight back at life. So I started to take risks and eventually I applied to a scholarship and I ended up studying a PhD in international commerce at Yale, which has opened uncountable opportunities for me. I was quite naive at that time and I was taught that when I graduated magically the knowledge of my purpose in life will be revealed to me. But before reaching that, I had to learn how to succeed in this new world, so different from college, with unclear rules and less evident short term goals. And this lack of purpose in life may scare us, but I truly believe that you don't have to know the purpose of your life right now. You have to keep moving forward, taking opportunities whenever you can, and trying new things. It doesn't matter if this doesn't fit on your conception of perfection, you can always learn from it. And this feeling of uncertainty definitely scares most college graduates and distress them so much that they start developing problems in their confidence, their mental health, and their identity. In a series of surveys from the American College Health Association, Phil in 2019 identified that about 60% of respondents felt overwhelming anxiety and 40% experienced depression so severe they had difficulties functioning in their new jobs, all due to their feeling of fear of the uncertainty about their future. And this post-college anxiety and depression is more common than what we think. So I want to focus on the factors that unleash these feelings, the reality versus the dreams, social pressure, emerging adulthood, and the abruptly alteration of our social life, and obviously the pandemic of COVID-19. We are going to talk through all of them so we can realize how to stand our ground against all of those challenges and how we can make the most of our life after college. After graduation, usually you start losing your confidence because the rules are flipped. Nothing follows a clear path anymore, and you can feel that you are a person with no purpose at all because you haven't really figured out your life yet. And this is caused by a few factors that I want to recall with you. First, and very common, your vision of post college life and its reality don't match. And recent graduates are often coming off a cliff of high expectations. You think my life is about to begin, and then the image you have of what that looks like may fall short. Second, you feel pressure from yourself and others. You may hear a lot of what comes next kind of questions from well-meaning friends and family, but it's just a small talk, but it feels like pressure. And added to that, pressure can also come from within. And it's an amazing achievement to earn a degree, and you may feel internal pressure to continue to succeed. And number four is that you have transitioned abruptly into the adult world. College often gives you a safety cushion between adolescence and full on adulthood. And now it's time to get a job and pay back loans and start meeting all the other expectations and responsibilities of adulthood. And finally, but very important, your friendships and social lives have changed. Graduation often means the loss of your social schedule with a close group of friends. After college, you or your friends may relocate and move on to different career paths. And with that wheel of activity and familiar support gone, you may feel isolated and lonely. And nowadays, we have another big problem that has come along. It is the pandemic, and this has already made you feel anxious and alone. You may have lost an internship or other opportunity. But I want to tell you that these new challenges have to be faced, and the world keeps spinning around, and you first need to recognize and accept how you feel. Take a pause and listen to yourself, and drop the labels and the judgment. When I was a recent graduate, I had to shift my mindset and remind myself of the good things I had going for me. I really lean on my family and friends to get through, and I encourage you to do the same, even though some of you can be physically with them due to the pandemic. You will begin to feel more optimistic about the future and your place in it. So don't beat yourself up for feeling this way. With time and effort, you can feel better. Building our future takes time, and just because things aren't going like the movie of our life we have created in our head, it doesn't mean our life is not good. Feeling anxiety, depression, or some degree of stuckness and discomfort after graduating is normal. It's a change, and change can be very challenging to negotiate. You don't necessarily know what comes next, but as long as we stand our ground, as long as we are passionate about our life or future, incredible things are going to come our way. So thank you so much, and congratulations to our new generation of professionals.